I'm Paul. Nice to meet you all. And this is a small testimony, and it's a true story, true life story. I was born in a family whose religion was very ritualistic, and there was a very low scope to explore the spiritual aspects of God. I lived a very nominal life. When I was growing up as a young boy, I was very weak to many youthful temptations, and also was a failure. I should say a total failure, not accomplishing in any area of my life, be it studies or being social or being confident, nothing. And had a very low self-esteem. I would try my best to overcome my challenges and temptations, but would keep on falling down and failing. My teachers had given up on me, and some of them called me a dull-headed guy. And I was rejected. I was neglected and was so insignificant in school and among my friends. I felt very low. I came to know Christ in a personal way through one of my friends and also one of the Christian meetings I was attending, like this one. And I was told that Christ had given his life for me so I could have a transformed, better life, a changed life, and that God can change my mess and use me to bless others. And I desperately opened up to him. And I offered my life to God on that day, to Christ. It was unbelievable, I should say. And God filled me with his awesome, powerful presence and ability. Something happened in my life. Some miracle happened. I don't know how to explain, but my life changed and became totally different, like night and day difference, okay? One of my friends who knew me for a while, when he heard of my change, asked in wonder, "Is this Paul?" That's how different it became. I became one of the toppers in class. I became the school people leader, head boy during the last 2 years of my school. Suddenly people wanted to be my friends and listen to my counsel. My life initially was like a stone rejected by builders, but God picked me up and made my life useful. Suddenly reading the Bible became a joy. Before I used to open the Bible, I used to sleep on it. But then suddenly it became so joyful as something happened, and I loved reading the Bible verses like, "A wounded reed, a bruised reed, he will not break. A smoldering wick, he will not extinguish. He truly lifted me up from a miry clay and set my feet on a rock and made my footsteps firm." I learned from reading my Bible that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That I can overcome any challenge, that with God, one person is a majority. I became fearless. God changed my heart and gave me confidence in him. He became my satisfaction and rectified my wrong thinking patterns, low negative thinking patterns, and gave me a determination and discipline. My self-esteem improved. I became more social, and today I can even talk in front of all of you and even more, many more people. God changed me, gave me boldness. If the Bible had not taught me to be whom I am today, I would definitely have been either a total failure or I would not be standing here. I would have passed along the way. However, after accepting Christ, I could not help but share this experience with others. At one period of time, I received hatred like people hated Christ when he lived in the world. They looked down on me, but eventually those people who were hostile, who laughed at me and looked down on me because I received Christ, they started looking up to me. And they could see God's favor in my life. God gave me a good profession, a wonderful family. After education in India and in UK, I moved here to Canada. God's power enables me to overcome my temptations even today and challenges that I face even today. Whenever I'm still weak, I feel weak, God strengthens me and his strength overcomes. I look up to him for help when I do blunders, when I'm sick, when I'm anxious, when I have financial problems and I'm failing as a husband or as a father, whatever it is, I quickly look up to him and God helps me. And he sustains me, he helps me realize my mistakes, learn from them, and prevents me from falling again in that area. And he forgives me and picks me up when I make mistakes. And he helps me and enables me to encourage others who are struggling the same way. I learn new things from the Bible church and friends, which refines me even now and my thinking patterns, and transforms and enables me to be determined, consistent, not be lazy, oh, there's so much to learn and grow in this life. And I'm sure I can never be proud-hearted now that God has blessed me, because I remember how God picked me and molded me, and that without Him I would be nothing. Some may want to think all these are good words and not because of God, but that I'm just giving a credit to God. But I know my past. I was beyond redemption. I know how I was. And I'm a very critical and a person who analyzes my life. And I can very clearly say that this could only be possible by God and His supernatural, miraculous way of handling things and transforming my life that I could not even imagine how He did it. So I humble and surrender myself every day and ask God to fight through me and for me whenever I meet my tasks and challenges. I experience miracles and favors. I enjoy my personal moments with God, and He enjoys me. This is real experience, not a delusion, by the way. When I see how God delivers and rescues, I sometimes wonder how anybody can say there is no God. I encourage you today, if anybody comes here or anybody asks you to offer your life to God and to have a wonderful life and to become a blessing to many people, don't miss this opportunity. And if you want to come and ask for prayer, that would be a great idea too if you want. I'm pretty sure God will bless you and make you a great blessing among your family, siblings, your friends, and that you will be a useful vessel in God's hands. If God could do this to me, who was a zero, I challenge you, from whatever walks of life, if you're here, if you stick on to God and ask for help, I'm pretty sure you can experience heaven here on earth, even though everything around you is hell. Thank you for this opportunity.